there ever been a time when you were driving down the road and all of a sudden that gas gauge started going towards empty, and then all of a sudden you hear that ding, 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 and it says, come on, stop for gas. And you don't stop for gas. And then all of a sudden you go clunk, 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 and you don't ever get to your destination. Hi, I'm Diana Kokoska.
And I'm Chris Heller.
You know, the reason that we're here today is to help you with the point of close. Now, why did they ask us? Well, because I'd sold over 4,000 houses during my real estate career. And you know, Chris, you've sold over 3,000 in California, by the way. And so I think we have a little bit to tell them, don't we?
Yeah, I think we both have experienced when that point of close is and when we've gone past it. Closing
is just a natural progression to a great presentation. And I know I've watched you and you've watched me. We both ask questions. It's never about telling. And so whether you're an agent or a team leader, it's important to actually have your questions available.
Have them available and know them.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen this happen so many times where agents don't ask questions and they keep talking. And they talk past the point of close. Keep talking when they could have stopped and simply said, all right, are we ready to get your house sold?
You know what's interesting, if you actually think of an arch, you know, kind of like McDonald's, and you go and your presentation, you're asking questions, everything's great, and you get to that point of close, if you do not close, it's all downhill from there.
It is.
Never to return, especially with a team leader. If you're a mega agent and a broker, team leader of Keller Williams, or any company for that matter, is sitting there talking to you, and Chris, all of a sudden, the appointment's over. How disappointed are you that they didn't ask you to join?
I would be wondering why.
Yeah.
It would be weird, and weird, awkward, and I also would be sitting there going, okay, this was kind of a waste of time. You know, we didn't really accomplish anything.
Would you go back and meet him again?
It would take a lot to get me to go back.
Don't you expect? I mean, if someone comes to your home and they're a salesperson, maybe you wanted some insurance or you wanted to buy some carpeting or whatever it is, and they're sitting there, don't you expect them to close you?
You're being hired as a salesperson. You're being hired to sell their most precious asset, their biggest asset, their most emotional one. That's what people want. There's an expectation. And if you don't fulfill that expectation and they end up hiring someone else and you're going, well, I can't believe it, why'd they hire someone else? There's some obvious reasons, that's one of them.
And I know as great agents, we listen to anyone making a presentation because we want to learn from them, we want to pick up from them. And many people, especially if they're a high I, they watch your facial expressions. They want to see you break into a smile or lots of energy around you. And yet, if you can sit there and just take it all in, many people don't know the point of close. Now, what I found is that I watch their eyes. And when their eyes shifted and what we call go to the future, which you learn in the classes that we teach at KWU as well as Bold, and it goes to the future, you already know you've placed them in the future. Go for it.
Yeah.
Get them to Keller Williams.
They're ready.
So, Chris, let's summarize this. Number one, we're going to ask questions. 2, we're going to listen intently. 3, we're going to be great observers, watching their facial expressions, their eyes, and we're going to go for that point of close.
And we're going to ask for the order.
Right. Got to do that.
And can we ask too many times?
No. Ask early, ask often, and close them up, right? Good job, Chris.